Guys are having a great start to your week. I got to get my Stampin' Lips on. I had somebody watch my video last week and ask, why are you putting your lipstick on in front of us? I think she was new. Also, I'm giggling because I have such tan lines from my sunglasses on my face. You can see right here, like, look at that. From being out at track meets. And was it last week? Did we have 2 meets last week? Yes. Sorry, I can't even keep track of things anymore. I was supposed to have a meet tonight, thank goodness. My son's not running in it because he's running Friday and Saturday at a really big fancy meet. So that was exciting. I'll tell you about that in a second. But we were at a meet last Tuesday and the sun was coming from this side, which was nice because it evens out the tan or the burn I got on this side a couple weeks ago. So it's not quite evened out, but it's getting there. But I think there's not a lot of hope for me because I'm going to Norway in May, and I don't believe there'll be a lot of sunbathing on that trip. So, oh well. But I am super excited to see you all here. We had a chilly weekend. It was quite a weekend here at my house. We had not one, not two, but 3 dogs here this weekend. We were helping my assistant out with she was out of town. So we were helping her out with her dog. And it was, I'll just say, it was a lot. It was a lot keeping track of 3 dogs, and not so much when they were inside, but when they were outside, making sure they all did what they were supposed to do. So, while a lot of people have questioned me about getting our second puppy, actually it's been working out really well. They are totally entertaining each other, which is wonderful. They get along really well. Izzy is so sweet with Milo, and so it's going really well. They're sleeping better. Today we made it till 5. I think. Yeah, it was 5. Yesterday was 4:45, so we're getting there. We're having quite a few accidents, but part of that is just because we can't, I mean, like, my husband, well, I mean, we're both working, while we're home. But we're getting there. Getting there. We've gotten some warning indications when Milo needs to go potty, so that's helpful. Luckily, most of the time is spent on not carpet, so that makes a really big difference. And then let's see what else. Oh, big news. Gosh, my voice is not good. This is not good. I need to be really strong cheering, and I've got a story about cheering for you here in a minute. But big news. My son asked his, I don't know if girlfriend is quite what they are yet, but someone he's been hanging out with, he asked her to prom over the weekend. So, of course, who got enlisted to make the promposal poster? That would be me. I'll have to share a picture online of his promposal, but it was really sweet. And he was all excited, and we went and got his tux rental this weekend. I said to him, like, gosh, when I went to prom, I'm pretty sure you could get a tux for like $50. And he looked at me like, seriously, Mom? And I was like, okay, that might have been 30 years ago. How did this happen? How was my prom 30 years ago? Like, how is that possible? Anywho, so, yes, she said yes. What was I going to say? Okay, so a story about cheering. Now, I use the hashtag loudest mom cheering, and I take that to heart. Like, that's no joke. I am for sure the loudest mom cheering during my son's meets. And I have a a sense of pride that he can hear my voice anywhere on a 5K course during cross country season. Well, track season's pretty good because, you're in a much smaller area, right? But he gave us the okay to scream like crazy last Tuesday because he was trying to make this fancy meat, which he did make it to, and I'll tell you about that here after the story. But so he told us that we could scream as loud as possible. So I mean, I was like, okay, we've been approved for being really, really loud. So of course, I obviously know that his success is completely due to my cheering skills, right? And so his team was trying to make this big meet. It's called the Drake Relays, and there's like a high school division, a college division, and then like an elite division. So like really fancy people run in this meet. It's a big whole thing. So anyway, they qualified, and they ran so fast and really like all by themselves. Like the other teams were pretty far back from them, and so it was pretty exciting to watch, and nice too that they were able to do it without like people pushing them, because sometimes you need kind of that competition to get those fast times. Well, anyway, so he had 2 meets last week. So the first meet they qualified. So the second meet was kind of like, okay, we don't have to like pull out all the stops. And so he did not actually run that relay. They ran other kids, which is nice too, because, more kids are running. But he ran what we call the Open 800, which is just not a relay, just by himself. That's his race. And so we're at this meet, and this was at a bigger stadium, and it was cold and it was windy, and of course the wind can affect how your voice carries through the wind. So last night he texts us this video clip of his race, and so it was another team was recording it for their runners, and you could hear my voice. And I don't know where the guy is recording it were, but they were not where I was by any stretch. They were a ways away. And so you can hear me screaming. And then he has another video from last year's state track meet where you could hear me running or yelling. And this is at a college stadium with like a lot more spectators and a lot more people cheering. So, it's harder to single out one voice in a whole football stadium's worth of people. But you could hear my voice. It was pretty awesome. Sweetie, I'm just telling him about the video where you could hear me. It's why you ran so fast, right?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You look like you're dying.
Kinda am.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, say hi.
I threw up at practice.
You threw up at practice?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I ran hard.
Because you ran hard?
Yeah, he was just like, all right, we're going to simulate your 800s.
Oh, did you run fast?
156 when you add up all the times.
Ah. Well, cool. He's so grown up and barfing. Is it raining out?
It was. Like, we got done right, like, we had just finished cooling down, and then it went...
Carl is so tall. Yes, he is Joy. He is super tall. Does he have a tux? Yes, he has a tux. I told him you promposaled.
Oh.
And she said yes.
She did say yes.
And tell us, do you want to tell us about it?
What do you mean?
Well, tell us about the promposal.
The sign or itself?
Itself.
Her friends and I met, and then I was like, yo.
Speak up.
Her friends and I met at her house, and then I was like, come outside, Kate. And then she did. And then, so I brought, did you tell them the sign? What it was on the sign?
I didn't say what was on the sign.
The sign, so she's really big into like coffee and everything. So it was, I would have a latte fun if you could go,
it would be a latte fun if we went, If we went together, here, I've got the picture.
What?
Okay.
Latte and grande were in it.
I would like it a latte if we
You
could
had
have a grande time at prom
Show 'em the
together.
thing.
I can show them. Look at how cute they are. I made the sign.
Yeah. And then
Look at how cute they are.
I brought her a Squishmallow,
A Squishmallow.
a grande latte,
And a grande latte.
and what else?
A little gift card to the
Yeah.
to the Bucks, Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks. Well, I don't like coffee, so.
And then
So adorable, isn't it? They're saying it's so sweet and that you're so cute. Well, you both are so cute.
thank you.
She brings up the average, doesn't she? Look at him.
All my friends were like, "No way, you got that."
Yeah. Anyway, and you have a cute puppy. Well, you can pick up chicks with a puppy, I think.
That did help.
Ooh, they said you're getting so handsome. Prom is May 13th. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. What's her face? Kate wasn't there to watch me throw up today.
That is good. Oh, did you see that districts are at
North Scott with Iowa City. Hi.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's okay though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's gonna be a lot harder for us to qualify our distance events.
Oh. Well, anyway, Carl, you have a nice smile. So exciting. Carl is a hunk. Oh, I think we need to stop. Okay, I gotta get working. You go on. I'll see you. I'll see you in a bit. Go stretch out. Take a Epsom salt bath. Did you get your salt?
I did.
Yay, go take one. He is a junior, and his head is probably growing. That's true.
What?
From all of the compliments the ladies are giving you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tall. It's just because my camera is angled down towards my height. But yeah, he's about 6'3". So anyway, so I think that was our weekend. So we have our big meet on Friday and Saturday. I'm very excited. Can't wait to cheer him on. Ella's coming home, so she gets to meet Milo finally. College just gets in the way of things, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for all the things coming up. There are just all kinds of fun things this time of year, like AP tests and all those fun things that go at the end of the year. But it's going to be good. Let's see what else. Trying to think, what else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. So, does she have a major? Yes, she's a junior as well in college. She is majoring in software engineering. So she does have a major, and she has an internship this summer at a software company whom I think she's hoping she can work for when she gets out of school.
I found this on the
So,
web.
yeah, okay, zip it, Siri. So all good things. All right, I'm gonna flip my camera around, and we are gonna talk about the upcoming things. I just gotta clear, I'm not lying, my desk is a mess. And oh my gosh, so not gonna lie, I've digressed a little in my organizational realm here in my office. So my organizational lady's coming tomorrow in the morning. So I love it. You say you love how organized my room is. Well, in certain parts are. This desk is a lot messier than I would like it to be. So hopefully we can get that under control tomorrow. But she's coming tomorrow. I've got a really busy day tomorrow, a really busy day today and tomorrow, and then it backs off a little bit. but we'll get there. Okay. Sorry, let me check. Okay. So I'm going to flip my camera real quick and we'll go through the things. All the things. Oops. There we go. Okay. So first up, the new catalog kicks off in just over a week. So if you haven't already registered for our new catalog kickoff, ooh, I bet I forgot to edit the link. I'll get that in there as soon as I'm done today. But you can register for the new catalog kickoff party. It's going to be held from May 4th through the 18th. It's going to be amazing. We've got all kinds of awesome stuff planned for you, so we can't wait. Like I said, I don't think the link is in there right now, but it will be once I'm done. I still have the watercolor stamp camp PDF available. Oh my goodness, such a good time. We have had the best time with that. I've got 2 classes coming out next Monday. It says the 30th, but technically it's May 1st. We might even get them out sooner than that this week. That's actually my plan, but the Desert Details Creativity to Go kit, which is going to feature some really awesome cards with that bundle that's retiring, as well as the Rhino Ready online class. Oh my gosh, you guys, the cards for this are so stinking cute. Both of those are coming out as mentioned. I do have paper shares, and they will ship mid-May. And the papers are super awesome. I'm very excited about them. And then and now we had free shipping last week. That's over. But I have a free embellishment with orders of $75 or more through the end of this month. And so if there's anything you're missing out on, you can get that ordered and get all of the good things, including a new embellishment as a gift from me from the upcoming catalog. Oh, I'm so excited about that. There's some really great embellishments coming out. Will the dies for the Rhino be back? No, they will not. Unfortunately, they will not. Okay. And of course, that happened right after we had planned our entire class. So we just decided to go with it. Now, I got a box today with a brand new kit in it. And I was thinking maybe we could put the cards together for it. I hope you don't mind. It's really pretty. Perfect for spring. It's called Forever Friends. And it looks like a really good kit. So let's open this bad boy up. Oh, it is super springy. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so this is one of our all-inclusive kits. So everything is in here that you need except like a pair of scissors. So like adhesive, block, ink, stamps, envelopes, paper, all the things. And look at these beautiful foil envelopes. Ooh, so nice. Look at this crystal clear block. Wow, it's clean and clear. Okay, so there's 2 cards that make up this kit. And you get to make 4 of each. And again, it's the Forever Friends kit. Oh, it's so beautiful. Sending lots of hugs and forever friends. So let's put one of each of these kit cards together. Okay, so there's two different card bases. We've got this yellow polka dotted one and then this foil stripy one. I love the foil. Then we've got a little banner for each card for the sentiment. And then this little piece goes on one of them along with this piece. And then on this one, we're going to use this piece and this. And is there anything else? I think that's it. Oh my gosh, couldn't be easier, but oh my gosh, they're so sweet. Okay, so now it comes with instructions. I'm just going to throw everything back in here that we don't need at the moment. So I'll take 2 of these envelopes. So on here, we are going to start with So let's do this first card. We just need these pieces. I'm going to save that, and I've got a Night of Navy ink pad right here that we'll use instead for our sentiment. And then our stamp set is really nice. There's some sentiments for the inside, the outside, and then a couple of images. And we're going to start with sending lots of hugs. Oh, I love that. We can use our little crystal clear block here. I mean, it's so nice. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up. And I just love that the kit has like all the things in it. Okay, so this is going to go like this. Ooh, I love the font on that. Very nice. Let's clean that up real quick. I got me a Stampin' Scrub right here, ready to go. Okay, and then that's the stamping for the first card. Then the second card needs this. Oh, we're also going to stamp some flowers. Oh, fun. Okay, so then on this one, we're going to do Forever Friends. And I like putting things on my block a little bit at an angle like this because then I tend to get the stamping straighter. I don't know. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay. And then we're going to take, so you can, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I'm not even going to do it on this one. I'm going to leave this one without stamping on here just because I like the look. But we'll stamp on the other one so you can see the difference. Now, I personally like using a bone folder to get a good crease on my cards, but it doesn't matter for sure. Okay, there's these cool little dimensional strips, and we're going to put those on here. And I love that the instructions just give us all the info we need to make this. And look at, they just fit perfectly on here. I love the kit designers at Stampin' Up. They do such a good job coming up with our kits. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to put Forever Friends on here with a little bit of our twine below. I got my twine right here. Now, what I love about this is you can make all these projects really quite quickly and easily. And I believe this kit is either $21 or $23. I can't remember, but it's in the online store. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these, oops, little strips. It says to cut it in half. See, here's where I'm adding my scissors. That's the only thing you need. And then we'll take a little bit of that twine and put it on behind this. And we're going to do like a loop-de-loo. I sometimes call this a faux bow or a zigzag. It's all kind of the same. It looks like a bow, only you have not actually made a bow. You just did like the loop-de-loop, and then it goes like that. Okay, so Forever Friends goes right over the top, and that's it. I mean, so easy, right? Oh, I love that. Okay, now the other one, we're going to do the stamping. So there's the 3 outline stamps to go with what's on the card. And then, of course, we've got all these innie sayings. So like the outer saying is sending you hugs or sending lots of hugs. And then you can say, I'm always here for you no matter what on the inside. Ooh, I like that. So we're going to use that. Okay, so here's our other card. So we'll give that a good crease. I'm going to open it up and stamp my innie on here. Okay. And then on the outside, we've got this piece, and we're going to stamp our cute little images on there. Let me clean this up quick before I take it off the block. All right, I might have just wiped that on my pants. I can never tell. Okay. And then I just want a scrap piece of paper, which I've got here somewhere. Okay. So we're going to stamp this up and line it up. And because it's photopolymer, it's easy. And it looks like they don't line up completely exactly. I mean, pretty close to exactly, but not completely exactly. You're welcome for that description, by the way. Let's see. Do I have this right? There we go. And it might not even matter that much. Okay, and then boom. So we've got all those, and you can see I'll bring up the other piece so you can kind of see the difference. And then we'll add the leaves on here. And it's just such a fun color combo for spring, which I love. Oh, I missed this. That's okay, we'll get it. We'll get it really quick. Okay, now we got this little piece. And I'm not going to do this little piece. Oh, actually, we weren't even supposed to do the leaves. Oh, well, that's fine. But we do need to get these two real quick. Like that. Okay, now we're good. All right, so we're going to take and adhere this piece onto our card. So it says to use 4 of these strips. And then we're going to cut one in half for the sentiment. So I just love how easy it is to make these cards. You don't even have to think about it, which is sometimes just what you need in life, not having to think too much about your cards. Sometimes I like it when somebody else figures it all out for me, even at my level where I'm like professionally making cards. Sometimes I like it when someone else figures it all out for me. Okay, so we're going to pop this piece up. I'm just gonna cut my thing in half here. And can I just tell you, I put lip plumping lip gloss on today, and I can feel my lips. They've been plumping ever since. You're welcome. Okay, now we did our first sentiment at the beginning, but here we go. I was gonna say, what happened to that piece? And then just like the other card, we'll put the little loop-de-loo or ziggy-zag, whatever you want to call it, that's my sticky scissors. I might have cut this a little longer than I needed by a lot. That's okay, we'll trim it. No one will know. Okay. So we'll just put that on top. And then this over the top. Oh, so pretty and so easy. I love it. So these 2 cards, you make 4 of each, super easy. And then you've got this really pretty little stamp set at the end. I'm loving the stamps in here too. This is a super cute flower. Of course, I'm looking at this going, you could totally watercolor that for sure. And I love the little sentiments that go on the inside. I love when they have
as I like lovingly refer to them, innies and outies. And this cute little stamp is fun too. So at any rate, this is a great kit. And here is what it looks like before the stamping. You can see the difference. I kind of like that too. And then, like I said, this one I didn't do this stamping on, but you could. So yeah, so that is our cute little kit here. It is available starting right now, so you can add it to your order. And then don't you worry, I'm going to show you some other stuff that you need here in just a minute before it's sold out and retired. Okay, so love this kit. And then of course, there's nice little coordinating envelopes to go with the cards, which is very fun. So there we go. That's our first project. Okay, and then everything fits right back in the box. I love that. We should probably put the directions back in there too, you know. Keep everything together. I love that there's directions. There's even measurements in both metric and English units along the edge. That's pretty handy. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm giggling. Okay. So next up, let's see. We've got a couple of cards that, or well, a few cards that we're going to make featuring some really great deals on the last chance list. So our first card is going to feature some Coastal Cabana, which is not on the last chance list, but it's always a good opportunity to use this, in my humble opinion. Then we're going to use some of the dies that are retiring. Now this, I quick die cut this before I hopped on here, and let's just roll this out. Where's my big die brush? Gosh, I was just using it too earlier today. Where did it go? Here we go. Okay, so this is from the Hollyhocks dies, and they are on 60% off, and the dies work without the stamp set. You don't need the set at all. If you have it, cool, but you don't need the set to make them work, and they're super fun, these dies. I used this in last month's Sunshine and Creativity delivered box, which I think I will have a couple extras of. I got to double check that. But I'm sending an email out here shortly with all kinds of things in it. So anyway, I just die cut this out of some white cardstock, and I'm just going to pop these last couple things out. I guess I could have die brushed this a little better. There's always a couple stickler pieces, meaning they stick around. Oh, I meant to tell you this. Well, I'll tell this story quick while I'm pulling out these little extra pieces. So we were at the place getting the tux rental, and we signed in. They were kind of busy. It took over an hour to get to us. Now we left and came back. Thank goodness we found out about that before we waited around too long. But like, we saw a bunch of Carl's friends there, and oh boy, it was like a whole thing. So anyway, kind of crazy that this all went down. I really don't like that my voice is seemingly going, because I've got a lot of cheering to do on Friday. I got 5 days for this to go away. It's sure better. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna stop messing with that. But all right, so we've got that die cut, and there's two dies, and they actually nest together, and you can use them apart or together, but I love this. So then I cut for myself some of the vellum. I think this is Vellum Basics. Let me see. Vellum Layering Designs, pardon me. Basics is the one that's staying. Layering Designs is the one that's only $5. So This is beautiful vellum, and we're just going to put it on the background of our card. Now we're going to cover most of this up, so I'm just going to throw some adhesive right over the top, and you will never know that it was there. So I cut the vellum to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then I've got a 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 piece of DSP. This is from the, I think, Pretty Prints DSP, also retiring, and I believe on sale, but I can't verify that for sure. And then I've got it on a coordinating piece of 3 5/8 by 4 7/8 Bermuda Bay. This is retiring. But Bermuda Bay goes so nicely with Coastal Cabana, so I thought we would use them together. Okay, so we've got those two beautiful pieces. And we're just going to add this die cut right over the top in the center. It's just so pretty. Oh, I love that. Now for this, you can do a couple different things to adhere them. My personal favorite is to take a here we go, silicone craft sheet, squirt out some liquid glue on this bad boy, and kind of just get the adhesive on here. So we can tack this down. Oops. Right in the middle like that. Okay. Then we need to add a sentiment to this. And I'm going to pop this layer up because you know everything's better popped up. I mean, that's just a fact. If I've taught you nothing else in this life, it's that everything's better popped up. I think we can all agree. All right. Like that. So pretty. Okay, then what I want to do is add a sentiment to this. And one of the sets that I really love, but is being well, it's sort of being retired. It's called Happy Labels. And the set came in both photopolymer and in cling mount. The cling mount is being retired, but the photopolymer is staying. Now, I did get it in both just because I wanted to see which I liked better. And so I think I'm going to go with I'm So Happy You Were Born, because that's just such a nice sentiment. And we will go ahead and do the photopolymer version since that's sticking around. But the cling mount version you can get probably at a discount. Now, the one thing I do like cling mount for more than photopolymer is that you can stamp off better, and I think the quality overall is better of our cling mount, but that's just my personal opinion. It's really up to you which you prefer. Now I'm going to take and stamp this. That's not quite big enough. Oh, I've got all these leftover scraps. Can I find a 3/4 inch strip? No. Well, we might have to just cut one. Okay. Sorry, I just needed a 3/4 inch strip, and this trimmer was handy, so I grabbed it. All right. Now I'm going to stamp in some Bermuda Bay, because I still can. Or at least I think I am. Uh-oh. Where's my Bermuda Bay pad? So we're in this, I don't know if any of you can relate, if you're demonstrators. We're in this crazy in-between time where we have outgoing products, some of which have sold out, some of which have not. We've got incoming products. We've got a color refresh, so colors are coming and going. We've got all of these things happening all at once, and so it's kind of mass chaos right now. And there's only 1 week left of it, and I am not going to lie when I tell you I'm pretty excited. It's almost over. Okay, I'm so happy you were born. Aw, so nice. Okay, now this goes with our Happy Labels punch. And this is one of those pick-a-punches, which I'm not going to lie, I love. So I'm going to cut it to 4 1/4 inches wide because then we can trim it down just slightly by punching each end, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to do the little scalloped end like so. And then this end. And then there we go. Okay, now I could put a little something on here. I'm thinking this pool party ribbon would be kind of nice. This will continue on in the catalog, but just like the zigzag of our kit cards we made just a minute ago, we can zigzag these. Now, I just love this die because you can put it over the top of tons of different designer series papers. You could cut it in gold and make one of the other cards I'm making out of that DSP. You could cut it in black and it would look amazing over lots of different DSPs. You could do all kinds of things with this, and I love that about it. Now, part of why I am doing this video with all of these retiring designer series papers is to remind you that you can, in fact, use up your designer series paper I'm trying to show you kind of some atypical things. And the reason I say atypical is because like this set of DSP totally does not or wasn't designed to go with this stamp set, but it works is my point. So I just love the look of it. Now we can of course add some embellishments. I always love, if I can find them, I'm gonna use these elegant faceted gems because they're being retired, which bums me out just because I really like them. And they really work on a lot of different things. But what I love about this is there's little ones and bigger ones, so we can put a few of these on here like that. Oh, so cute. And we'll get the tacky, there we go, off. I hate when the tacky stays onto my, like that. And then I'll put a bigger one in the center of that big flower. And another little one. See, this is good to use up a bunch of your thingies. Oh, this would be great with rhinestones as well. So there we go. So fun and pretty. All right, so there's our first card. And like I said, you can use this with almost any designer series paper. This paper definitely doesn't necessarily coordinate with this set of dies, but it really looks nice together. So, all right, so that's our second project. Our third project is using designer series paper in a little different way. We are going to start with a piece of white cardstock, and let's see. I gotta see how this, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to use my Stamparatus, which I know we're not even going to talk about it. Okay. I know. So I'm going to use this with my Stamparatus. I'm going to use some StazOn black ink. And And this is the Fresh Cut Florals. Now this set is discounted. I'm also pretty sure you can still get the dies on the clearance rack that coordinate with this, but I'm not positive. And look at how pretty that is. Just that image itself is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna pull that out of here. And we're gonna stamp it again in just a minute. Well, actually we'll do it right now. So I'm going to pull out some papers that I just happen to have. And you could do different colors. You could do all the same colors. It doesn't totally matter. Maybe I'll do 2 different colors. And I'm going to stamp my flowers on here. Okay, so I'm going to do those top 2 flowers and stays on. All right, we'll stamp that down. Beautiful. Then we're going to do the other flower over here in my Tahitian Tide Designer Series paper. Oh, perfection. Okay, and then if we wanted to get really aggressive, this kind of depends on how aggressive you want to be. Because you can be pretty aggressive on this if the mood strikes. I'm going to do the whole thing in this. I'll just hold this in place like that. Okay, voila. Okay, there we go. All right, so now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the fussy cutting, friends. Oh, it's gonna be great. Okay. The name of the stamp set is Fresh Cut Flowers, or Florals, Fresh Cut Flowers. And as mentioned, there, I believe, are dies in the clearance rack. This was a special we had. I'm not positive they're still there, but I believe they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut. Now, normally when I say fussy cut, I say do it right, give a little border. But this time I'm going to say do it right on the line. And here's where you can get as aggressive or not aggressive as you'd like. I'm not going to get super aggressive with this one. But what we're going to do is we are going to put this, let's see, I'll use a little liquid glue, I think. We are going to put this right on here, like so. This is called paper piecing. And it's a fun way to incorporate your designer series paper patterns. This is especially good with your prints, like the Color Family 6x6 papers, but you can do it on all kinds of different designs. You don't want it to be a super busy design. You want it to be a little bit simplified. Okay, so there's 2. Now, like I said, you could do all the leaves. I'm just going to do these kind of roundy leaves just to add a little color. Oh, shoot, I forgot to do something first. Oh, pooey. I got all ahead of myself because I did all the stamping together. But I was not supposed to do that. Let's see if I can pull these off. As my assistant would say, oh, sugar. That's not what I would say. Oh, but look, that is coming off like a dream. All right. So we'll just forget that we did this. I've got those off to the side. Now, what we're going to do on this is we're going to emboss this background. And I'm going to use, this is kind of like my new favorite embossing folder. this crosshatch. Now it is from the online exclusives, which is not, I think it's out of stock at the moment, but it is coming back. Now, I know you might be thinking to yourself, why is she not using the dies to cut this out? Well, we need them to be cut out super tight to the image, not the dies are going to leave a little bit of a border, and we don't want that. So we want the paper piecing to go right up against each little piece. Okay, and just bear with me. I know this is probably not the most thrilling part of the video, but the end result is going to be worth it. Okay, so I've got my 4 leaves now. So cute. That'll just kind of even out all of everything with a little greenery in there. Okay, and now we're going to cut out this flower. Again, we want to go right up onto that line. Or you can go just to the outside of it, so the line, we want to see the line is really what we're getting at, but we don't want to see a big border around it, just the line. Now notice when I fussy cut, I'm holding my snips in one spot, and then I'm moving my paper all around. So that I get a nice even cut. And what I love about this particular set is it's pretty simple, but it's not too simple, if that makes sense. Like, it's not over the top simple. You know, there's a little interest in those beautiful lines. And then as we're adding these pieces of paper, we're kind of coloring the images in with our designer series paper, which is kind of fun. But this is called paper piecing. And you can do it with basically any outline image. It's not as effective with like a solid image, but outline images. So like for instance, you could do this with the turtle in the Rain or Shine set. Isn't that the name of that? I can never remember. And I don't want to look up at my stamps right now because I'm cutting. You could do this with one of my favorites to do it with is the Happiness Abounds stamp set. I know that's retiring. Not sure if that's sold out yet or not. It might be. That set kind of threw me. I was a little surprised that got retired this year. Okay, so that is that one. And then it just, oh, is it that one? Oh, I had it off. It is that one, I just didn't have it lined up right. Okay, and then this last one. So it's not a complicated design. It's just so pretty. Now, if you love this set, we have a class for this set on our Stamp Happy Academy website, which is pretty awesome. Me love the Stamp Happy Academy. Also, I am live tomorrow on Stamp Happy Academy. Yay! So if you are a premium or a live only member, you can catch me tomorrow afternoon. We'll be stamping up a storm. I gotta post my link and all that good business here yet tonight, but that is good news. I always love me alive. And we have, oh, actually I've got a really cool card layout to share with you. And I think I might be doing a fun fold. I can't remember what I have scheduled. We'll just have to see. Okay. Da, da, da. Okay, so now look, I colored in the images without coloring in the images. Now, if you wanted, you could, like I said, you could do all these greenery pieces if you wanted, all these leaves. But let's be honest, that's a bit much for today's live. But like I said, you could do them. This is such a fun thing to do, like in front of the TV, and just enjoy. But again, up to you. All right, so let's put this together in a card. So I have a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch piece of white, and then we're gonna layer it on a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of white. I love doing that, especially when I have a little bit busier card. I think putting it on that little extra layer of white just looks finished and nice. Okay, so there we go. So beautiful. I also can actually jazz this up a little bit. So I'm going to take my dark Orchid Oasis marker and I'm going to put a dot on each of these dots in the center here. And that's just kind of a fun way to dress this up. We can also add Clear Wink Estella to this because I know that y'all are sitting at home going, well, she should add that. You're right, she should. And I will repeat that with my dark Tahitian Tide marker. And that just really adds just one extra little dimensional pop of color on there. Okay, and makes your card even fancier. And then, as mentioned, we can put some Clear Wink Estella over the top of this baby, because Clear Wink Estella, as we all know, makes everything sparkle just a little bit more, a little better. Okay. All right. Then we can choose our base of our card, which can be really anything. I think I'll go with Orchid Oasis. So pretty. I love the color of this paper. It's just really bright and happy. Okay, and then I can put, let's see, a layer on the inside as well. And since we haven't popped anything up on here yet, we for sure need to pop this up. And then I'll add my sentiment as well in just a moment. Okay, and then on the inside, we can add a little bit of our designer series paper as well. It's just a great way to use up some of those scraps I'm willing to bet you might have laying around in your package. So I'll just throw this. This is a 3/4 inch strip that I'll throw at the bottom here, and we'll just trim off the excess. I might have cut in a little on the cardstock there, but it's for the inside of the card. Nobody will know. You could even cut out another one of these and put it on here if you wanted. Okay, and now for our sentiment, I think I'm just going to pull out a thank you. Okay. And I feel like I might even possibly, potentially, maybe have a die cut for this. Hold on. I feel like this might be too big. Let's see. Maybe a circle would be better. Will this fit on here? Yes, it will. Well, let's cut that real quick. Okay, so I used the second to smallest circle from our Stylish Shapes dies, which I believe are back in stock after being out for quite a while. And thank you. Fits right on top, and we can add it right there. Popped up, I mean, of course. And we could even add just a little touch of ribbon behind this. Either a zigzag or a bow. I never know. So cute. There we go. Oh, look at that. Super fun. And then if you wanted, you could add some embellishments. I've got some iridescent rhinestones here. And we could just tuck a few of these on our card like so. And there we go. Oh, how fun is that? And I just love the white on here too. Someone said I could color some of the leaves with blends. Yes, you absolutely could. Except I stamped this in StazOn because I think StazOn stamps better on the DSP. It shows up better, which is why I did that. So in this case, I wouldn't want to blends over StazOn because it would smear. But yes, you could do that if you used Memento ink originally. But that's a great idea. Okay, so that was our second use of Designer Series paper. Our third card today features a bundle or a set of dies that I've been asked to use, and I have a fancy little tip for this card as well. Okay, so let me put my ink away. I'm gonna fold my card here, which is petal pink. This color is not retiring, but I'm going to use it with the Texture Chic Designer Series paper, which is retiring. You can see that's got some of the gold in it. Now I wanted to layer this on a piece of gold, not distressed gold though, regular gold foil. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna cut a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of gold. And then I thought, well, gosh, I don't wanna waste all of that beautiful gold, but we're going to cover, I mean, almost the whole thing up with our Designer Series paper. So here's what I did. I die cut all of the dies from the sequins dies, which by the way are on super sale right now. And you might notice that the rest of my paper doesn't have any nick marks from my die cutting plate. That's because I threw a piece of typing paper between the die and the paper when I ran it through my machine, and look at how awesome that is. Okay, so we're going to take all these gold sequins and we're going to decorate our paper here. Okay, so I'm going to cover that up. You won't even be able to see it. How awesome is that? It just makes me happy that we're making such good use of this. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this to my card, and then we're going to add these sequins. I have been meaning to use this sequins die for forever, and this stinker got discontinued. So here we are. I think I have used it before, but I just wanted to make good use of it, and I love that I'm making even better use of that gold paper behind. So even if we don't use all these dies, we're winning because we covered up this gold paper that is full of holes and no one was even the wiser. All right, so now I've got, I pulled this out from that other card and I didn't use it. So let's use that on this one. You've got the biggest heart is kind of the best sentiment. You've got the, there we go. You know, do you ever read things backwards and think, huh, is that right? I'm not so sure. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use, oh, Soft Suede is being retired, isn't it? Oh, madness. Or is it? Is it? Oh my gosh, I'm not so sure. Soft Suede, is it retired? Well, I thought I had pulled out all my thingies. Is it? Oh my gosh, I'm not 100% sure. It must be because I don't see it on my thing. Well, I'm going to use Early Espresso. I switched out all my ink pads this morning, feeling fancy about it, except I don't see where my Soft Suede ink pad is. I have all of them sitting over here together that are being retired. Okay, so you've got the biggest heart. So I stamped that in Early Espresso on here. Yes, it is. Thank you. My mind can't keep all this straight anymore. There's just too much information at this time of year. We've got all the new stuff, all the old stuff. This year we've got colors added into the mix. Oh my goodness, that's a lot for my brain. My sweet little brain to process. Okay, now I know I am probably a little bit of a broken record here, but we're going to do a little zigzag of twine this time of our gold. I got my gold and silver. So let me pull a little gold out because that just will go so nicely with this. And thanks for the backup, everybody. I appreciate it. On that. Okay. So, I mean, this is already a super cute, I suppose I should, oh no, I did pull off the backings. Like, I suppose I should pull those off. This is already a super cute card, but we're going to make it even cuter, okay, by decorating it with these super fun sequins that we made. And so I'm just going to kind of add these to the background here of my card. Okay, and you can overlap them, you can pop some up, you can do whatever you want. But this is just such a fun way to use these sequins, and it totally rocks with this particular designer series paper, of course. And then you could even add some real sequins from our, we've got some gold sequins in the mini catalog. And of course you could do this with regular cardstock colors. I just liked the gold and I thought it went so nicely with our gold accents in this designer series paper. I'm getting adhesive everywhere, but I'm sticking with it. Ooh, maybe I'll put this one down and then I'll pop another one up somewhere because I can, or because I can overlap it with the sentiment banner, and it'll be the same height. How's that? Like that. Oh, I'm loving this. Super easy. And I'm gonna make it even easier by putting a little thing. Now these dies are like on super, I'm pretty sure they're 60% off. They're $9.60. That's like nothing. Such a good deal. I don't want to say nothing because it's not nothing, but it's a really great bargain for these fun sequins. And just think, you could use up so many scraps with these die cuts. Just saying. So how fun is that? So this is the Texture Chic, I think that's the name of it, Designer Series paper. It's got all those gold accents. Then this is just regular gold foil. We have the distressed gold, but I liked the regular gold for this too. I thought it looked better on the sequins. And then, of course, we've got the gold and silver cord. And then our same sentiment again set that we've been using through all these cards. So really a fun little set of cards. You could add some of these sequins inside if you wanted. And then of course, like anything I have die cut extras of, I'm going to throw it in a clear envelope. We carry these in the catalog. And the price is going up, so you should get some before the price increases with the new catalog starting May 2nd. So I will just tuck these in. My dies all fit in here. And I will just tuck this in with my set of dies so that I can use them again later on. Okay, so there we go. This fits in here with my sequins dies. And we're all set, and a super cute card. All right, let me show you all that we made today because we kind of rocked it. Just showing you different ways to use your Designer Series paper. Plus, we've got our new card kit that just came out last week. Mine showed up today in the mail, so yay. Okay, so you've got the biggest heart, the thank you, I'm so happy you were born. All these sentiments are from the same set, which is the Happy Labels. And then we've got the 2 cards from our card kit, which I think was something about friends. I don't know. Like I said, my brain can only hold so much information. Let's see if I still have the wrapper. Forever Friends kit. Final answer. You're welcome. Okay, so fun ways to use up your DSP so that you can feel good about buying new DSP in next week. Just saying. I'm just trying to put your mind at ease. Speaking of DSP, you can get a DSP share from me. I think the link is probably not there yet, but I will put it in here in the description of this video right after in case you missed it. Also, my favorite new catalog bundle, or I should say products, are going to be featured in the next Sunshine and Creativity Delivered box. So if you would like to get subscribed to that, the link is exactly the same in the description of this video, though the wording might be wrong. Again, I'll update all this if you're watching the replay, because I know I forgot to do it before I went live. But anyway, so if you have any questions about any of that, just holler. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time. Don't forget to get registered for the new catalog kickoff event, which starts on May 4th. Otherwise, we're gonna see you next Monday, and then the new catalog is gonna go live Tuesday. Okay, so have a great rest of your week, my friends. I'll keep you posted on Carl's meet this weekend. I'm really excited to watch him run on kind of on the big stage. There's going to be like fancy runners there. So it's going to be a great week. I'll see you all soon, friends. Bye-bye.